Now, I have a fear here that this one, and let me just be honest, there is zero reason why this would not line up, because all the seams were kissed, right, as I went. So, all right, here's the last seam. Then I gotta go back and make sure I don't have the other row. Lazarus, no licking. If you're gonna do bath time, go to the hallway, because it's gross listening to you sound like you're eating pudding when you're giving yourself a bath. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okie dokie. So that is not you, Lazarus. That's his own dog. You just chill. All right. So what I'm hoping is this is just literally a jet right across. It would be such a blessing that, because it's going to get hotter than hot today. And we are blessed that we have a canopy of trees. However, it did get a little humid yesterday, and it caused some medical situations for me. I'm okay. It just took longer. I'd had to go to bed super early to rest extra. All right. So I'm gonna take this off, but I'm gonna hold this down. There we go. Anyway, even if it's slightly off, which I'm praying it's not, because you saw how detailed I tried to be. I know with still can't feel my fabric. I still can't feel it. I'm still trusting God that even though the doctor said it's not happening, it was okay to remain hopeful, but I mean, I was going to remain hopeful regardless, but, you know. Hang on. I want to double check this one before I roll across that seam. Is it lining up? And did I attach it? Yes, to the correct row. I was about to freak out. All right. Because I'm kind of working a little backwards. That one didn't quite, I mean, it's so close though. Did that one? That one did. So what do I need to do to make sure this lines up? Because it is going to be slightly off. Just slightly. If I pull this, yeah, if I pull, hang on, what has to be pulled? The top one, right? No, it's this one that I have to pull. If I stretch that one, okay, hold on. Okay, we're gonna work on just getting across that seam is my biggest, okay. Baby steps sometimes works a lot better than just ramming things, because then you can go back and seam rip just that little tiny. Did it get, oh, I got it lined up. That's Jesus right there. Y'all, you saw Jesus making things work out. Alrighty, now I am in capri denim. So I will probably have to slip out of here in a little bit and change into some shorts. And no, my clothes will probably not match. I'm in between sizes. Some things fit, some things don't. The tops that match the bottoms don't fit or are too big now. And so hang on. There we go. All right. Let's take out that rogue line. I kind of, now I only had five long seams that I had to do to get this together. So there's one down. I only got to do this 4 more times, and then this top is completed. And it has nothing to do with the quilt itself. It's the heat. I want to be here 8, 10, 12 hours a day. I love doing this, but I have zero motivation today because it's hot. We're waiting on paper plates because the dishwasher, and I'm not complaining. I'm thankful that we're not living the nightmare and circumstance that other countries are right now. I'm very grateful for a broken dishwasher this morning. I'm very grateful I had to spend extra money because thank God he provided it to buy paper plates, because, well, we've had 3 or 4 plates slip and hit the floor lately. just because we have one of those little tiny dish strainers that are meant for just like, you know, a couple of dishes, but we're having to use it for all our dishes, and which we're not complaining. But it's hard for me to keep up with my dishes if I don't have that dishwasher. So we're gonna have to call and beg the apartment complex to either A, fix it for real, replace it, or we're gonna have to just buy one, let Lowe's replace it, and then we'll take it with us when we go. That'll be the negotiation, okay? If you don't want to, and I'm not talking bad about our apartment complex, we're very grateful. We've not had too big of an issue here, and so we're grateful for the peaceful. What happened there? What just happened? Is I just completely removed a row. What happened here? Oh, okay, so something just happened. Did I misattach? I don't know. Let's see, this is the bottom. This is the very bottom. Okay, so obviously I'm not going to do all of this right now. I'm going to wait till tonight when it's cooler. The heat's already messing with my concentration. So not everything's 100%, but when I say it is like just a hair or two, when I say off, you know, it's probably where most people would have got that point, because I didn't cut these squares. Anyway. Yeah. All right. I disconnected this, and I don't want to guess because I really wanted them to be in the same order. That way, actually, I think this is the very bottom. I think that this row gets attached to up there, but I will have to wait till later. Well, I guess I could go ahead and do these because they are attached, so they're not out of order. Hang on, let me go ahead and do these, and then it would just be attaching this to that. Okay, let's not get all dramatic. And yes, the heat's already playing a role to, all right, let's do one at a time. How about that? Yeah, we'll do one at a time. And then once that lines up, we'll move to the next one. this going to measure up? How close are we? How close? There we go. We're going to do one. All right, let's see how we're lining up. Am I going to be... I mean, I'm right on schedule to be lined up right there, folks. And why do I have this extra pucker right there? I'm glad I'm seeing that. We're gonna unpucker you, bud. Unpucker, unpucker, unpucker. You must have just got pulled up in. Okay. All right. We're just gonna unpucker you. How about that? Now you're... Okay. There we go. These 3 done that I'm working on, done this weekend, then I am wide open to get 3 more to top. 3 more to top. 1 more to finish next week, to finishing next week, because I have what I need. And I got incredibly blessed with sales, pardon me, to get the fabric, plus someone donated fabric, which was such a blessing. we are toward the end here. Like, the heat is what's got me very unmotivated. My body gets everything gets very slow with heat. And it goes into like it's never been this bad until the last couple of years, in which I'll just keep that to the Lord, but it's never gotten to the level, I mean, bad, yes, never to the level that I just survived this last time. And I'm still trying to come out of it. I don't know if I'll come out of all of it, but I do know that God has been with me every step of the way. And now, I mean, I love my friends, I do, but my happiness does not depend on whether or not I have a group, an active group that, you know, I'm just able to hang out with all the time or whatever. I mean, I can be content, you know, just sitting here sewing all by myself with Jesus, my faithful friend. So he don't go nowhere. He don't make up stuff. He don't try to trick you up. He doesn't try to set snares. See, he loves unconditionally. He doesn't mock. He doesn't heckle. Not me, anyway. He doesn't try to hurt my husband and daughter. He doesn't try to hurt anything. He's gentle. And now, I'm not saying that, you know, God's not a just God. I'm saying that I don't have to worry about anything outside of that, because God is always present. He is, he is, he is. Yep. All right, so now, by the way, that went pretty well. So that is how I will approach this row. And then I have one more row after this on this conglomerate. And then I will okay, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to tack this right here. Yeah, I'm just going to tack it. All right, that way I don't have to hold it with a death grip. And I'm going to go back, and then I'm going to line it up. A little humming goes a long way when you're sewing. It's starting to get a little toasty for me anyway. But I'm thinking I only have one or two more. And I'm like, look, Gussie. That's the I'm 50 version of me. Look, Gussie. You can do it. You can do it. There's plenty of Ivy version because I just bought a new bottle. I'm not really sure. Not really sure how that's gonna go. But I do know that that's how I'm rolling. Because I was really careful. I held all of my seams. All right, so what else do I have? Do I have just one more? Lord, let it be just one more. Yeah, I just have one more. Well, two more. This one, and then put it together with that. Put it together with this bottom set of three that somehow, instead of just unhooking just one area at a time, I decided to seam rip a whole row tacked, and when it departed, I was in a state of shock, and I didn't pay attention. I didn't pay attention to what it should be attached to. Okay. All right. So, I only lack one seam of joining, well, this is the top. This is the top. Yeah, this is the top, okay? And I'm almost 1,000% for sure that this is the next, at the very end of this part, should go this last 3 rows, but I'm gonna wait to do the spinal seam later when it's cooler. It's cool in the apartment, but my body's feeling the humidity is rising, so I have to listen to my body, and that's what I can get done for right now. So I lack one seam, and the second Wanda's Mission quilt is together. I'm so thrilled because I actually have in-house the batting for both quilts. I have in-house the backing for both quilts. I have in-house the binding for both quilts. And I now know how to use my free motion quilt, and I have both Christmas green and Christmas red thread in-house. So I could not be more thrilled right now if I tried. All right, so there was 46 of my hour for today, although I've been pushing myself really hard, which is requiring 12-hour sleeps to recover from trying to push an increase in activity, even though it is, see, my body's gonna fall asleep because just that 46 minutes was labor intensive for me. It's not that I'm being lazy. That's how exhausting for my body it is to do something even sitting down. And I even went back to bed and slept 3 extra hours this morning. But it looks like my body's going to shut back off because the humidity is rising. So when people are like, oh, where's Sarah? We never see Sarah in the summer. We never see, where's your wife? Where's your wife? Well, sometimes the wife is living through circumstances that are nobody's business. I just live at home except for small sections of the year until I can't again because of fall hazard and inclement weather, or if the weather is too cold, it does the same thing as the heat. It'll shut my body off. So anyway, I know people are like, well, how do you, I could never do that. Well, that's probably why God never gave it to you or allowed it in your life, because he knew you wouldn't make it. But anyway, Lazarus is already, he is already napping. Let's see, you can go see my mess over here. Can you see the Lazarus down there? He sleeps and takes naps. No, you can go, no, you can go lay down. Go lay down. Go lay down. Go lay down. No, don't lick me. Anyway, he sleeps underneath my rack. He's got a bed underneath there. So he likes to go under like a cave. Get in your bed. Get in your bed. Get in your bed. No, get in your bed, silly goose. Anyway, all right.